Case study number 2, I'm going to call this the never let a big job distract you from the basics, all right? So it's going to be a back to basics thing, but it's going to have a high-tech twist to it. This was a 2010 Chevy Aveo, and I was out to demonstrate and set up a scan tool for this shop. Very well-equipped shop, some really sharp technicians in it, and I just happened to show up and they had a really booger of a car that had been bugging them for a couple of days, and the story behind the car was the young lady driving it got it overheated and thought she could go from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, Maryland. Pretty good little trip with the hot light on. And so the first shop that got the car thought, well, maybe it's just a head gasket. We'll put a head gasket on it. And when they pulled the head off, they seen the head was cracked, and they knew it was going to be a bigger job. They didn't have time. So the shop down the street that specialized in a lot of big, heavy work, like engine R&R, they got the job. So here comes the car into the shop that I was involved with, this 2010 of Chevy Aveo, which is really a Korean Daewoo car sold to General Motors. This car comes in on a hook with the cylinder head in the trunk. So this second shop gets a good used engine, perfect fit for this car, puts it in, and notices that the throttle-by-wire throttle body right on the side of the TPS is cracked. So something happened in the accident, which is the reason that the salvage yard had the engine, or possibly in handling the engine with the forklift or whatever, a chain or whatever got against the throttle body. But regardless, it was damaged. So the dealer said, or this shop said, hey, the original engine, nothing wrong with that throttle body, it's just a bad head on it, so we're going to go ahead and move the original throttle body over to the good used engine, which they did. When they started the engine up, it immediately set codes. Mill came on, and there was no throttle response. So as soon as you start it up, you could actually rev it up once. And when you let off, that's when the code's set, and that's when it went into a reduced throttle opening. Basically, it would just idle. It'd idle at a high speed. So you could push the foot to the floor, you could goose it whatever you wanted to, and there was no reaction with the throttle. It was totally inoperative in regard to the pedal. So we had these codes you're seeing on your screen now, the 2106. There was also a 2105 that intermittently set, 2110, the P161B, and that was all diagnostic, what you call manufacturer-specific codes. Let's take a look at what those codes mean. The 2105 is a TAC, throttle actuator control system, forced engine shutdown, and that was setting part of the time. And the 2106, throttle control system performance, throttle limitation was active, so we knew that because you push the pedal on the accelerator, nothing happened to speed the engine up. 2110, very similar to 2106, TAC system, forced limited engine speed. And then the P161B, that is a control module torque performance issue. So all these codes pretty much fit together, and they certainly describe what we were experiencing. No activity, no connection between the pedal and the throttle by wire. So the technician naturally thinks, what did I do? Did I leave something unplugged, and so forth? Did something get shorted out? Do I have a PCM bad now? Did the car come in with this problem? So he calls the owner. No, it was fine, just the hot light was on. So we start scratching our head. He starts looking. I show up to do some scan tool and flashing demonstrations. So I volunteered to take a look at the car. All right.